Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Anywhere. It's the In Wheel Time car talk show today, coming to you from the Gulf Coast Auto Shield's second annual Car Social. Cruise in. Just ahead and talk to some of the folks in attendance here, plus Conrad will have the This Week in Auto History.
Yep.
Okay. And we'll have this week's automotive news that I didn't get to any of that earlier.
Some good electrifying news, too, isn't there?
Electrifying news. What do you mean by that?
Because Ford and GM have all announced to some of their EV programs.
Yes, they have. I knew you were going to go somewhere with that.
We're not going to spend billions of dollars
on battery
EVs,
factories and stuff like that. Yeah, they've cut way back. Anyway, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong, and Chief Engineer David Ainsley, I'm Don Armstrong. Jeff had to cut out earlier.
But we still need more Jeff.
We always need more Jeff Seekin. So there's that. And last half hour of the show today, and, it's all good. So at any rate, we Mr. Mars, who do we have?
We just about have Juan Carlos joining us.
Juan.
Good morning. How are you?
Juan, y toca la guitarra. And it's good to have you here.
Happy to be here.
He's got several cars. That,
here?
No, not
Did you drive
here.
them all here?
Just drove
one.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether you snuck all the rest of them in.
He gives
Somebody
me
take
a
me
hard
home. I'll
time.
get another one.
No, I wish. Just one.
So which one do you have here?
Right here today, we have an LX, the new 2023 LX600,
LX600.
and working on a twin-turbo Audi R8.
Oh, okay.
And what is an LX600?
A Lexus.
Did I have one of those? I don't think
That's a big SUV, isn't it?
Well, they just redid it for the first time in, I think, 10-plus years. They modified again the entire car, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Built on the Land Cruiser platform.
Okay.
Since there's no Land Cruisers now in the United
anymore.
States. Yeah.
Right.
Or for now, at least.
So how is it?
Great. Drives well. And for the Houston roads that aren't.
V8?
V6 twin turbo.
Twin turbo V6, how many horsepower?
I think it's pushing a little over 400.
Is this built in San Antonio?
This one is, no, this one's built over there.
Japan?
I think so.
Yeah, they build a lot of stuff in Japan.
Yeah. No, the only reason I ask is because that's San Antonio is where the V6 Tundra is built, and I know there's some shared platform stuff with that. Yeah. Well, cool.
Pretty reliable, pretty good.
No, well, Lexus.
No, wait a minute. So you said that you had other cars too?
And working on tuning an Audi R8 with some guys here locally in Houston.
This one?
Not that one. Identical to that one, though.
Identical to that one.
Just different interior.
Now, so what do you mean by tuning it? Isn't it already tuned from the factory?
I have some friends that do a pretty good job.
We all have those friends,
right?
Yeah.
I have some friends.
They spend your money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They give me good deals though. At DME Tuning, right here off of 59, and they do some along with Ted from Europower. They put together some pretty impressive packages on cars.
I see.
I've had him tune a DBX. That was crazy, stupid fast. I had him tune a 911R. I've had him do a Range Rover SVR, and they're all pretty grocery getters, but with a
They get them real quick.
But get them real quick, exactly.
What you call a sleeper?
A sleeper, exactly.
Yeah.
A sleeper with downpipes, so for sure.
Yeah.
We'll wake you up in the morning.
Nice. Did they ever tune any Corvettes? Are they all European stuff?
I think they specialize in tuning European vehicles. Yeah, I think they're most famous for Mercedes specifically, with a good old burble on the downshift.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that.
The burble and pop tunes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Good guys. And
matter of fact, there was a car, I don't remember what it was, but it was something along those lines that blew past me on the Beltway and then let off the accelerator just as they pass me. It's what we always wanted back in the old V8, American V8 days, but we never could quite get there because once you downshifted it that far and revved it up to 6,000, it'd blow up. Yeah, so there's that. You remember those days?
Oh, yeah. I've beat a few of them, blown a couple of them up. But, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the technology in some of the engines today are out of this world, actually.
So you're putting twin turbos on the V10?
On the V10. It'll be a project car. We'll see how it turns out.
A project. I think it's going to be more than just a project car. I know, is it UGR? They do that.
Twin turbo modifications.
Because that engine's also shared at the Lamborghini
Huracan,
in the Lamborghini level. Yeah. So, yeah, I know that they're pretty famous
I saw
for theirs.
I saw videos online, and I thought it looked pretty crazy. So I was like, might have to give this a try.
You know,
so is this all custom built or bits and pieces from
I think it's
various people?
A mix. But they're for the most part, it's all getting done with the DME and Europower guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got to trust them that they know what they're doing.
Well, it's been 3 cars now that I haven't had an issue with. So, I mean, I'm not sponsored by them. So
no. But
no, but you've got a working relationship with them, and
you know the quality.
No, the quality, and the biggest thing, I mean, with I guess tunes specifically is, I mean, there's some that are pretty unreliable for your car, and it's not great to tune.
But they probably know about that stuff and don't do that on purpose.
For sure, they have a good team of engineers that have that build their tunes for them, and they've been working on them for a while and with them for a while. So they've been around for a while. They've made some good movement on social media, and I believe but they really grow through word of mouth referral, which is pretty impressive.
Where are they?
Right off of 59, and a couple exits after where ABZ Motors is on the right-hand side. If you're going from in town to Sugarland,
right here,
right here,
yeah,
right here,
right down the street,
5-6 minutes from
here.
Yeah.
So what kind of horsepower are they anticipating?
Hopefully pushing over 1,000. We'll see.
Be a fun car.
1,200, I think.
Be a fun car in that all-wheel drive.
Yeah, it'll be good. We're moving the rear bumper so you can see the turbos.
Oh, okay.
So imagine that off, and you see the turbos right there.
I've seen that look on one vehicle online.
That's where I got the inspiration from.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought.
But they've done it before on a Huracan, so I was like, well, they can do it on a Huracan. They can do it on.
I don't know what car it was, but I thought, wow, as a car guy, I kind of like
that. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Makes the tires look super wide in the back.
Exactly. So you got all that polished stainless steel and all that good stuff hanging out back there.
Yeah.
And then
people who know what they're looking at know what it is. Exactly. Other people are like, oh, that's pretty.
And as it heats up, it turns purple. Mm-hmm. All the metal parts, so it looks.
Yeah.
It's a good look to it.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll see how it turns out. Make sure to bring it by. Hopefully.
So where did you get your inspiration from to get into all of this stuff?
In the automotive industry?
Yeah.
Always liked cars since I was little. Grew up racing go-karts out at MSR Houston.
Yep.
And always really enjoyed being somewhat involved in the industry.
Yeah.
Dad was in the industry for a long time. My grandparents were in the industry on the chemical side. So it was kind of a natural. Grew up around cars and had a natural love for them. Every business partner I've had in the work world has been a big car guy, so it's always kind of
easy.
It's always been
got some
part of the conversation.
Part of a conversation, and it's always been something that I like. A lot of people think cars just get you from A to Z. For me, a car is you spend, especially in Houston, you spend a large part of your day in a car. So for me, it's an experience. It's an experience and extremely important. And more than anything, and not just because we're here, but protecting your car is super important. You know, I see all these cars that get taken to dealerships, and I can get a good deal on them because they have all these chips on the front of the car. And
exactly.
So no, for sure. I think cars in America is most Americans' second largest asset after their home. So I think it's for sure. It's like when you go to the doctor, he tells you to buy a good bed because you're going to spend a fourth of your life in bed. Well, you're going to spend a tenth or an eighth of your life in a car. So might as well try to get a comfortable one.
So have you taken any of your cars out to any of the TX2K events?
I have not. I probably will have to do that shortly. I have a buddy that has a very modified GT500, and him and I are trying to put maybe a little project car together to take out there.
Yeah, they through the years they've had some pretty fun
Based
stuff.
on what you've said so far, I got a feeling that's not a little project. It'd be a big project with big horsepower.
A big project with big horsepower.
Yeah.
And probably a lot of time too. But
And
we'll
a lot
see.
of time, yeah.
So,
Exactly.
but you hire most of the work out, or do you actually go put your hands on it?
No,
too?
we go. I go. Me personally, I'll go in and put my hands on it and help out. More than anything, to learn about it. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not an engineer either, but I like to learn and be as hands-on as possible.
That's cool.
I think
it's cool that they let you do that.
Yeah, they're pretty
as well.
Like working relationship.
Share their
with them.
knowledge.
Yeah, and more than anything, they're pretty open too. There's a lot of people that are good at what they do, but there's not a lot of good teachers, you know. But when you're there and you can ask questions, and they're help you out, understand what you're doing.
How old are these guys? These guys your age?
No, they're they have a kind of a variety in their shop. They have older guys, they have younger guys, they have guys from Houston, they have guys from overseas, they have guys kind of from everywhere. They're pretty international guys.
You know, it's funny how word gets out amongst us car guys about other car guys, a shop. You know, this guy specializes in this, and then his business starts building because more and more guys start going to him.
For sure. Well,
Like
especially
this business.
especially if that's something that you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, to find somebody else with your knowledge and experience with somebody who can do those things at that level, because there's very few people that can do things at that level.
Exactly. And for me, when I saw that they were doing twin turbo modifications on cars or supercharger modifications and all these, I was like, well, they can for sure probably do a simple tune. You know? So then started at the tune, then went from tune to exhaust, then went tune exhaust downpipes, then went tune exhaust downpipe headers. And
We
now
know
we're at
how that
twin
works.
turbos.
And now we're at tune exhaust downpipes turbos, and headers too. So we'll see. Yeah, it's one of those like,
It's a project.
We know.
exactly.
Well,
It's an addiction. It's an addiction.
Yeah. Ours was just 40 years ago, you know. Now we just sit around and talk about it.
Yeah,
But, you know, it all started kind of that way. You sit around and talk about it, and then you go, yeah, why don't we try to put that on the car?
Yeah.
Okay. So then one weekend, all of us pile into one guy's garage and do that, and then it just keeps snowballing. Well, we did that. Why don't we do this? Yeah, let's do that.
And building and building.
Yeah. It's nonstop. It's addictive.
It's crazy being in here and seeing all these cars now. It takes my ADD goes.
Is this your first time here?
It is not my first time here. I've been coming to John for all automotive work for a while.
Yeah.
All paint protection, film, tint.
John also knows a lot of people. So if he doesn't do it here, or if he doesn't have the expertise or doesn't know anything about it, he knows somebody that does.
He does for sure. Now, very well connected, very well respected, and the talent he has in this shop is insane.
Yes.
I've had all my cars and even the Lexus done here, and you can't even. A lot of people be like, "What'd you do to the car?" I was like, "Really, man? I just took it to John, gave him the keys, and was like." Work your magic.
There you go.
Yep.
Because a lot of these Lexuses also come with so much satin, and they don't have a lot of options to black out the satin packages from the factory. And I mean, a lot of cars are like that these days now. From the dealers don't really want to work with them, so pick it up from the dealer, brought it here, and took it from being all silver to all black, and made it look pretty aggressive.
You a member of any club or organization or anything?
I am not currently, no.
Well, you mentioned that your grandfather was in the automotive world?
Industry, yes.
Yeah, and your father.
And my father.
And you.
Now myself.
And what does all that mean? What do you do?
Chemical manufacturing. Engine additives, engine brake cleaners for all the big OEs down in Latin America and Mexico, and then moved here to the United States and started my father was in the spray-on bed liner industry.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. It's funny how do all of us car people get back together again all of a sudden? I mean, it's
something like this.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's got a love and a passion for cars, and, you might not be specific like the BMW guys. I'm sure are a little more specific to BMW, but they come to something like this to see all the other cars. You get to see the STO, get to see the Ferrari over here. And is that an SP3?
SF90.
SF90?
Yeah.
Pretty cool car.
Awesome car.
Pretty cool car.
And the Porsche, the Dakar right there.
Yeah, we see that. Yeah.
Off-road Porsche.
The off-road Porsche. Something's just wrong about that. I don't know what it is, but anyway. Hey, man, it's great to talk to you.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
No, we appreciate you. Yeah, we do.
Y'all enjoy the great views here.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck with your project.
And let's stay in touch. Mark's going to give you a card.
Check us out.
Yeah, and email us so we can stay in touch with you.
For sure, we'll stay in touch, and thank you for having me on.
Thank you.
I appreciate
we appreciate it. All right, we want to get in this week in auto history because we can't postpone that for another week because it won't be this week.
Not this week. It'd be
last week. Yeah. So let's do it.
So in 1906, Lancia was founded.
Lancia, yes.
A group of Fiat racing drivers, including Vincenzo Lancia and his friend Claudio Fogolin, founded Lancia in 1906 in Turin, Italy. Lancia achieved its commercial success with their first vehicle, the Tipo 51, a 12-horsepower car that remained in production from 1907 through to 1912. And Lancia earned a reputation for innovation when they became the first automobile manufacturer to offer V4 and V6 engines, as well as they were the first with independent suspensions. By the end of the 60s, Lancia was in financial trouble, and Fiat came in to help take them over, and they were accepted by the Fiat Corporation, and that reorganization put Lancia back on track, literally. Lancia was probably pretty well known through the 60s and 70s for their rally cars and their Group B rally cars, and the Lancia Stratos, which is a stunningly beautiful car. And a rally winner for that. In 1960, the last DeSoto rolled off the assembly line.
Thank you, God.
In Detroit, Michigan.
What year?
1960. And that you got to remember, DeSoto was originally part of the Chrysler group. That Imperial was the top of the line. Chrysler and DeSoto were kind of midline cars, and then Plymouth would be the entry-level car. You know, when you look at General Motors, they kind of had the same structure. Cadillac being the top-line car, Oldsmobile Buick, the midline cars, Pontiac maybe a little bit more of the performance cars, and Chevrolet.
So that's why you'd always see
the
you're at your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Correct, because the DeSoto was the up level of the package. My
dad had a DeSoto, and my mom had to get the hammer and broomstick out to hit the starter.
Oh yeah.
So to hit it to make it.
And the very last DeSoto that was made was its 1961 two-door hardtop. And you could have bought it back then in 1961 for $3,100.
That's expensive.
And then 20 years later, in 1980, Yugo begins production. While the car may not be looked upon favorably due to a design, which is an old Fiat, the safety and performance issues the car had caused quite a stir when it was new. Both domestically and Eastern European cars were sold, and what an absolute pile of poo any Yugo
was. That's putting it mildly.
And then yesterday, the only Tucker convertible was sold at auction.
Really?
Yep, and it was never really a well-known car that it even existed. The Tucker Corporation ceased production in March 3rd of 1949, and what followed was an auction of all the remaining vehicles that Tucker had, including several that were left unfinished with a serial number on them already. And a lot of those were all bought up. Well, this convertible that Tucker had was secretly being built at Lenke Engineering when Tucker went bankrupt. One of the engineers at Lenke Engineering bought the car, took it home with a collection of assorted parts and stuff, and over his life was in the process of completing it. He passed away and went on to one of his family members who they actually did complete it, and it was sold yesterday at Downs Auction in Meridian, Idaho, and I think it went for like $3.5 million.
Wow.
So buy you a brand new 1949 Tucker convertible for $3.5 million.
That'd be something.
And that's This Week in Auto History.
Well, joining us now as we wrap up today's show, Mr. John Gray with Gulf Coast Auto Shield. This has turned out to be quite an event.
Well,
you got a lot of people here.
I appreciate you guys coming out, and
thank you for inviting us out.
No problem. You
had a great turnout.
Turnout was unbelievable, and I just got caught up out there so many times. I should have come in here a little bit earlier, but
it's all right. You're fine. It was a good show.
You're here amongst your fans because everybody we've had come talk to us, they're fans of what you do and they're fans of your people and what they do for you.
Yeah,
you know?
well,
I mean,
they're more fans of my people than I'm just the front of it.
Yeah,
I'm just the face of it.
But that's all part of it too. Is you've got the right people in place
for sure. I got some talented people here.
Everybody we had sit here and talk with us had said that. You know, the talent you have.
Hey, Mars, can you turn that camera around and show everybody out there that's watching what we got outside? You can do that. You can just pick up the whole thing. Just pick up the whole thing and move it out there.
He's got power cord
That's
he's
all
got
right.
to take with him.
There you go. That's fine. Anyway, we wanted you to see part of it because this is out back at the entrance to the shop here, and
you got some pretty cool cars, John.
Yep.
Pretty neat, yeah.
Some neat stuff showed up.
Yeah, and that's already in the shop as well. So, great work, and we appreciate it. By the way, I have decided that as soon as I can, I'm going to put the wheels in the car, and I'm going to bring it here if I can get a ride back home. And then
I'll give you a ride back.
Well, I appreciate that. That's not a big deal, and I'll get a ride back home.
He wants a ride home in the Lamborghini.
And
I can arrange that too.
And you can have the Corvette. Because it's going to take a few days to do this, I assume.
Yeah, well, take a couple days.
Yeah, you're going to have to put it in line with all the other stuff you got going on.
Yep.
And because I don't, as always, however long you need it, it's fine with me.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. And by the way, we're going to use the same lug nuts, I've decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fit those wheels.
I think that they're going to fit the wheels.
You need to get black lug nuts on black wheels.
Black lug nuts.
Well, is that what I need?
Yep.
Well, I'll have to get black lug nuts then.
Well, just go get some Krylon.
No.
I'm not doing the Conrad DeLong method.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. All right, so I'll get some. Matter of fact, the guy that I bought the wheels from sent me a link to Amazon. I can have them here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they're black.
Yeah.
So you want black ones?
I would.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because chrome lug nuts on black wheels.
They're not black. It's black chrome. So they're not black.
Silver lug nuts on a black chrome.
Well,
it's going to
look goofy.
Okay. I got it. I was going to wait until I had them all mounted up to see how they looked.
Maybe you get John to put the red pinstripe on.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. You just need to stay out of this part of the conversation.
The pink pinstripe.
You are not doing anything with my car. Nothing. No suggestions, nothing. Because I know what happens. He gets involved in it, it'll be in the garage with a trunk full of crap that doesn't run.
Right. Wait, I'm the guy who found your help fixing your air conditioning system. James Bragg.
You did. Back then.
Yep.
Today, we're out. But at any rate, Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and is this considered the West Sam Houston Tollway or the South Sam Houston Tollway?
South Sam Houston Tollway
Parkway.
West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
it really doesn't go that way, but I get it. There's a dividing line, and it's not, you'd think it'd be the Southwest Freeway. It's not the Southwest Freeway.
Yeah.
It's this side of the Southwest Freeway that it changes from the west to the south.
Right.
And I don't understand how they did that, but whatever the case may be.
And this is location 1 of soon to be 3.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So call John. Get more. What is the phone number here?
Shoot, I got to look at my business card.
He doesn't.
Hang on.
John.
Thanks, Don.
Oh my God!
I'm so
sorry.
used to giving out my personal cell phone number.
Well, that's okay.
Well, we can do that too.
832-930-5655.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Nope. Thank you, boys.
I guess the number that I call you on my automatic dialing thing contacts is your personal cell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All Don knows, call John. That's your number.
Exactly. Well, we appreciate all that you've done for us, and we love the truck. You've done a marvelous job on the wrap that's on the in-wheel time machine. So
you had a great turnout today.
Had a great turnout.
Really good turnout.
Yep, good turnout. My pleasure, guys. I really enjoy the relationship. Thank you.
Yeah, we do too. Thank you. As we finish up today's show, we're going to have what are we going to have? We're going to have a white knuckle sale. Well, no, it's some sort of a some sort of a deal that we're going to exchange presents or something?
Oh, that's on the 16th, yes.
That's on the 16th.
The white elephant.
According to
And then,
the ladies'
and then
auxiliary.
George is sending us a Christmas gift. It'll arrive this week, so we can have that for next week.
Yep.
So it's the Christmas season to be merry.
Yep.
And
Mary who?
I don't know.
Next week, we got Rochelle Salinas is going to join us. We're going to be talking
Houston,
automotive show.
The automotive show. Well,
Yeah,
we call
yeah.
it the Houston Auto Show, but okay. I'll go with automotive. I got it.
And Jerry Emmons is going to join us, and we're going to be talking about their recent
Wins on the
wins.
NHRA tour.
Yeah. He was. Now that the season's over, he's pretty anxious to be talking to us.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Well, yeah.
No doubt.
He had another good season.
All right. Well, it's time now for a quick break, and we're going to wrap up today's show, believe it or not, here in about 3 minutes. So stay tuned. We'll tell you about next week's show as well, here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/InWheelTimeCarTalk. Well, that's it for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Here's your invitation to follow us on Facebook. Give us a like, tell your friends about us, and share our stuff. We'll keep you posted on all things automotive all week long, including new car reviews, upcoming events, cruise-ins, racing, and car, truck, and SUV goodies. Hey, when you need a car fix during the week, you can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 via the iHeartRadio app. We live stream this show on Facebook, YouTube, and on InWheelTime.com every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central. Daily 30-minute podcasts available on your favorite streaming provider. There's a new episode every day. The In Wheel Time Chief Engineer is David Ainsley. Our Marketing Advertising Advisor and Video Technical Director is We Need More Jeff Zekin. The Booking Agent and Acceleration Tester Mike Mars. Mr. Know-It-All, his royalty, King Conrad DeLong. Fader, Twirler, and Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I said that already, didn't I? I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks to Gulf Coast Auto Shield proprietor John Gray for all that he does for us here at In Wheel Time. We hope you'll join us for another live award-winning production of our show next Saturday, December 9th, 2023, on all of our In Wheel Time Car Talk outlets. Have a great weekend, and we hope you'll join us again soon. Bye for now. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts.